I didn't have to worry about them anymore.
This is a conversation.
But we
Did they pay for it?
Yeah, what the fuck?
If you give us a date, it's a done deal.
Yeah, they said that. If you give us a date for your sex change, it's a done deal. You get a reality television show.
Done
No,
it.
luckily, I gave them Alexis Arquette's number. So I didn't have to worry about them anymore. But we sat in a room and we were like, fuck them. We're going to make our own documentary. You know?
But you could have got a free sex change. I don't know. I might have.
But we're going to do it now.
Okay.
So get the knife.
If you were going to do a story of my life, you'd have to talk to everyone else because I couldn't tell it to you. So. Too much burnout. It felt like home after so many years. And the owner, Hilly, who I actually found very intimidating for probably the first 15 years I knew him, I found out just, in the last couple of years I was there, he was a huge fan of my music. His daughter, who's like 50-something, is like a huge fan of my music. Her husband is a huge fan, and their 2 kids in their 20s are both heterosexual, and also a huge fan. The whole family that owns CBG would come to all of my shows. They would all put themselves on the schedule that night to work just so they could watch my band. And they told me that they thought the Velvet Mafia was as good as any band that ever played at CBGB, and that's pretty good company to be in. So I find that very humbling and very gratifying. I mean, it was really kind of that kind of earthy, familiar, real human support that I got from the club that kept me there for 20 years. I never really felt like they took me for granted. And Louise, biggest bitch on the planet, but I get along really well with people I can yell back at, and she and I bonded, and I know she loves me. I love her too, but she would never admit it, not but she was someone that I just had a real good rapport with, because we didn't mind yelling at each other. So I will miss them a lot. Exactly. Exactly.
And thank God there was you that had a venue that I could go and perform.
And I had the Pyramid back in the 80s, which was a place where I could go to do my thing and develop my craft. Yeah, and that's what I tried to provide for the next generation when I did Homocore. There was no place for anyone to play when Homocore opened. It was an act of desperation more than anything, So thank God we had that for the past 7 years. But it's about art and beauty.
Yeah.
And it's it's great things. And we're fighting for our lives. We're fighting for our rights, you know, and we're fighting to change people's minds. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of work, and no, I didn't make any money, but it was 7 years well spent.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And it would have taken me so many more years to get where I'm at now. Just now I can go and I can book myself at the Music Factory or wherever because I developed an audience at Homecore. And if that built-in audience hadn't already been there on that platform, you know, it would have taken me 4 years just to find a place to play.
Well, good. Good. That's what it was for. It was to create a supportive community for queer musicians, and that's what it did. So, mission accomplished.